Hey everyone, welcome to another Beatles update, and I've got all kinds of different stuff here. Boy, I think I've covered almost every category. We have record album, we have 45, we have 8 tracks, what do we got? CD, a book, poster, a lot of stuff here. This is stuff that I've gotten recently, haven't shown yet, and let's kick it off. We're going to start with the non-record stuff first. I figure save the records for later, okay? Make sure I got everything here. And I'm realizing as I look here, I think I've got it all. Okay, going to start with a book. This is one that I found recently at my record store. It's a book that I had in my original Beatles collection, and it's called You Can't Do That, Beatles Bootlegs and Novelty Records. Great title, you know, if we take it from the Beatles song. There's an Elvis equivalent of this that deals with Elvis Presley bootlegs, and that's called Jailhouse Rock, which I just like the ironic titles of these things, you know. And I had this book. It's really a good source of dealing with novelty records, counterfeit records, all kinds of things. You know, there's some photos in there. Basically, the years that we're dealing with here are from 1963 to 1980. This book came out in 1981. Kind of outdated in that sense, you know, by today's standards. But brings back a lot of memories. This was something that I bought, I mean, you know, primarily I would say because of nostalgic reasons. I mean, I had this book, sold it along with everything else in my old Beatles collection, and I'm wanting to get it back for a long time, and slowly but surely I'm accomplishing that. So got the book back. All right, next thing is going to be a CD. It's Paul McCartney, Memory Almost Full. It's the deluxe version, which I've never had before. I consider this a good Paul album. It's worth having. With some photos in there of Paul. It opens up. Memory Almost Full. Opens up in a lot of ways. This is something I know a lot of Beatle fans already have. Something I never picked up. I think back at the time I just really decided to get the regular standard CD of this, and now I've got the deluxe set. All right, well it was cheap enough and affordable. So you know, it's hard to close this and figure out how it goes. So we'll do that after the video stops. Okay, here's one that I got recently. I was in a record store, not my usual one. It's a record store that I go to. Gee, at this point I would say I'd be surprised if it was twice a year, maybe every 6 months, maybe 3 times a year. And there was nothing really there that I wanted, but actually my girlfriend had spotted a poster hanging up, you know, and it was not like a commercial poster. It was basically a record ad, you know, and it was this one. I asked the guy if I could have it, you know, or buy it, and he said, yeah, he'll sell it. So he sold it to me. They don't always do that when it comes to a promotional poster. It's this one. It's the Paul McCartney Driving Rain alternate cover. This is the cover that he had after the dismal original cover, and a lot of you may know that I really don't like the album Driving Rain. It's my least favorite of all Paul's albums, number one in the least category, but that doesn't mean I don't like these kind of advertisements. This is a really cool poster. It shines because the guy laminated it, so it was hanging up there and he let it go for just a few bucks. So, and it's also like you know, it says on tour now. It supports the tour. You know, it's something else to add to this room to hang up here. I like any kind of that, I don't know, you know, advertisements, original ads. That's the kind of stuff I like to put around the room. All right, now we're going to go into what vinyl I found recently that I haven't shown yet. And the first one is a Beatles interview album that I'm not even 100% sure that I needed. I might have this already, but this was at my flea market, and it's just called the Beatle Interviews, and there's different interviews on here with them. This is something that, I mean, the cover alone is worth having for the cover. I found this at my flea market, and it was only $5. So whether I have it or not, I can't remember if I picked this up. That's what happens. I'm sure a lot of collectors come across that. I especially get that when it comes to buying loose 45 singles. I don't always know if it's something that I've already had, you know. But why not, you know? I mean, it's only $5. It's in good shape. Here's another one I got from the same dealer at the flea market. You know, it's the complete silver Beatles. This is not in the greatest condition. Maybe it doesn't show up. There's some ring wear on the top and the back too. But I like the cover of this. I mean, this is the same stuff it says complete silver Beatles, audio rarities. It's stuff they did from the Decca audition sessions, where they got turned down by Decca on January 1st, 1962. Cover alone is the reason I bought it. And as you know, I like to collect stuff for the varying covers. I mean, that's what it comes down to after a while. You have the music in so many places, but as a collector's piece, different kind of piece, it's nice to have that. I have more albums to show. This is one that I got one time at the flea market. I think it was 50 cents. 50 cents, I picked it up. The Beatles songbook, The Brothers Four, Lennon and McCartney. So the Brothers Four sing Lennon and McCartney. And, you know, again, collecting all kinds of things. Beatles instrumentals, covers, you know, different renditions. Okay, here's an album that I almost wasn't going to pick up because I have this in so many forms, but the cover was again different. But I got a surprise with this, a better surprise than usual. This was the Beatles Budokan 1966, Beatles in Japan. You can see they've got to use a photograph of Paul from the movie Help on the cover there, which doesn't really fit the material. Now, everybody who's a serious collector already has the Tokyo 66 concert. I have it on at least 3 other albums, but I was surprised to find out that this particular concert on here is not the one that's been circulating all over the place since the 1970s. The one that we're used to hearing is, there's 2 concerts in Japan, for those who don't know. One of them is what they call the White Suits concert, and the other one they were in black suits. Well, the Black Suits concert is the one we've always heard. It's a common one. And when I put this record on, I basically bought it because it was a different packaging. But when I put the record on, I found out it was the White Suits version. And it's the only time that I'd ever heard the White Suits concert on a counterfeit record. So that's pretty cool. I showed people a video of a New Hampshire trip that I made. And when I went there, I picked this album up. It's George Harrison, 33 1/3. Now, since I've showed this on the New Hampshire video, somebody's told me, I think he has this, he thinks this is a Russian album. I just happened to look online recently, and it says this is a bootleg, so I don't know whether it's a legitimate, you know, legal kind of, you know, import album from Russia or wherever, or whether it's indeed, you know, a pirate record, as they say. I haven't opened it yet. I almost want to do a live opening. It's not the kind of album I'm ever really going to play. If I have a pair of scissors here, let's see if it's going to work out. I don't know. This is one that I'm going to have to kind of cut the bag. I don't want to just tear it open. I want to kind of leave the cellophane on it. Well, we'll see. I'll tell you what I'll do. I don't have a pair of scissors handy right now. If I decide to open it, we can look at the record together, find out what this is in the next video or something. So we'll leave that alone for now. This is something that I picked up. Again, it's the completist in me that likes a lot of different odd things. This is Liverpool Sound for Strings, the Leon Young Spring Choral. And I like the cover there, yellow with the Beatle wig on there. And I played this album. Really, it's nice. It's got a lot of instrumentals on here, but it's not just the Beatles. I mean, you got odd songs here that they don't usually include when they do Beatles instrumental albums. Stuff like "I'll Get You" is on here, and "Bad to Me." But you also have stuff on here that's interesting, like "I'm Telling You Now," which is not the Beatles song. I think it's Freddie and the Dreamers. "I'm Telling You Now," and there's a song here, "Glad All Over," Dave Clark 5. So it's other acts besides just the Beatles, and this was in the shrink, and this was sitting at the store for like years. You know, usually the price sticker tells you how many years it's been sitting here, and it went just for a few, but it had been like something like 15, 20 bucks, something like that. I forget what it was, but because it was sitting here for so many years, it had like $10 or more slashed off it. So I was glad to get that for cheap. The last thing I'm going to show here is a 45. This is also a flea market find, and I think it was like $2 or something like that. It's Apple, and you can see it's imported. This is from Canada, I believe. It's mono. It's got mono on each side. John and Yoko, "Give Peace a Chance" is on side 1, and Yoko's song "Remember Love" is on the B side. Wait a minute, I had one other thing to show, and I don't know how I forgot about it. This is, I said it was the last thing, so I hope people didn't sign off. This is something I really wanted to show, and I totally forgot about it. It was a flea market find also, and it comes in this case. So I really hope that people are going to stick around for a while. There are 8 tracks in here, and there's a good story with this one. This was at the flea market, and it was full of 8 tracks by all different bands. There were a few Beatles in here, but a lot of other bands too. And I only collect 8 tracks really of the Beatles. I started doing Elvis for a while, but I don't think I'm really going to stick with the Elvis 8 tracks. I don't even have an 8-track player. I'm just going to do Beatles stuff when it comes to 8 tracks. But anyway, this was full, and the guy said, $25 for the entire box of 8 tracks and the case. Now, the case alone, I wanted this for. This was in great shape. Just needed a little cleaning, dusting, and that's the reason I wanted it, for the case, really. And there were a few Beatle tapes in this. So what I did was, I wound up paying the $25 for the whole thing, and then I decided to go to my used record store, and I sold the non-Beatles 8 tracks to him, and there was all kinds of stuff in there. I can't even name them all. I mean, Led Zeppelin, Hot Tuna, Grateful Dead, just a lot of stuff. Billy Joel, and I wound up getting $15 for them. So I got $15 back. So all this cost me only $10. And as I say, I mostly bought it for the case. Let me open this up. The inside of this case is going to need some vacuuming or something too. But what's in here, basically, I'll show you the tapes that I got, Beatles related. This is going to be what I'm going to keep all my Beatles and solo Beatles collection tapes in. So I wanted a case for some time, and this is bigger, wider than cases I used to see in the day. Here's one that I found with Beatles love songs. This is really unusual. I never see this on 8-track, and it's in pretty good shape too. Then we have Beatles 62 to 66. You know, it comes on the part 1 and part 2. So, 2-parter. And not to be outdone, of course, we have, you guessed it, Beatles 67 to 70, the Blue albums on 8-track. And I really was amazed. As I was looking at these, I saw a younger person. He looked like 16, 17 years old. He was there with his mom, and he was looking and picking out tapes that he wanted before me. So I was hoping he didn't take the ones I wanted. But that's it. Hope you stay tuned to the end. Had a lot of fun showing these, and you never know when the next Beatles video or regular record update is going to be. So take care until then.